My name is Jaren Kaimu. I'm from Mililani Mauka, Hawaii, and I'm going on my mission to South Africa, Johannesburg. I've always wanted to go on a mission, but up until last year, it wasn't something that I really wanted. It was something that I always knew I was gonna do. My senior year also, I had the chance to baptize a friend of mine, and that really grew my testimony on missionary work. In Hawaii, you know, it's really true, the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And I had a lot of great aunties and uncles who they've all served missions, and they're great examples to me. It's one thing to look up to your parents, but it's another thing to look up to another adult figure, you know. And I was just surrounded by really great influences. They talked about their missions, and I always saw that as something I always wanted to do because of them.
I'm Nick from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm going to Montevideo, Uruguay mission. I'm a freshman at Brigham Young University. You know, there's a lot of pressure on like young men going on a mission. It doesn't have to be like that, I feel like. It's a choice you make, but like it's just your older brother, Christ, just beckoning you to help Heavenly Father's children. It's a mission.
So I'm Michael Gordon. Where I'm from, that's a difficult question. Originally grew up in California, Northern California, but lived 4 years in Taiwan, Taipei to be exact, and 2 years in Shanghai, China. And I'm going to be serving my mission actually in Taichung, Taiwan, which is in the southern part of the island. What made me really want to serve a mission was seeing how the gospel blesses other people's lives, especially my own. And I want to give that opportunity to as many people as I can. And especially, I mean, it's nice going back to a place that I consider home. I mean, that's half the battle right there.
My name's Kennedy. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm going to Fortaleza, Brazil for my mission. Yeah, so I'm excited to serve my mission because, you know, my family and my life without the gospel, it just doesn't have a meaning. Like, there's no meaning to my life without the gospel. Being able to bring that light to someone's life, especially the blessings of eternal families and just that overall salvation, there's nothing like it. There's no feeling knowing that you'll be with your family forever and you'll be with your spouse forever if you get married in the temple and you have that privilege in your life.
My name's Eric Thomas. I'm from Mesa, Arizona, and I'm going to Sao Paulo North in Brazil. What makes me super excited is I just love meeting new people, especially from other countries. I'm sure when I get to Brazil, I'll just want to be able to speak Portuguese and become Brazilian.
My favorite Book of Mormon hero is gonna have to be Ammon. I loved his courage, and you know, he was a banger. Growing up as a kid, I always loved the story of him going ham on everybody.
Moroni is my favorite Book of Mormon hero because how much faith he had going into this. You know, he knew it was his final days. If it weren't for Moroni, we wouldn't have the plates, we wouldn't have the Book of Mormon, we wouldn't have everything that we have today if it weren't for Moroni.
Nephi is definitely my favorite Book of Mormon hero. He does make mistakes, but he grows. That's the best part about him. But he never doubted his he never doubted his faith, and so that's why he's my hero in the Book of Mormon.
I really like Benadi. He went through a lot. I was actually just reading about King Noah was trying to take him over and put him in jail, and just overcame it and kept the faith. He's a good example of just keeping strong. My favorite Book of Mormon hero would be Alma the Younger. I think he makes one of the most dramatic changes as a person of everyone in the Book of Mormon. His example is perfect as a missionary to show people what their life can be like before and after letting Jesus Christ into it. I'll miss my family and my friends, like BYU, I love it here, it's awesome. Learning Spanish, that's what I'm worried about, but it'll be alright if I just try my best. Yeah, that's all I can do.
One thing I am scared about though is the language. Although I do speak the language already, I'm afraid that I don't speak it well enough, and I don't know any of the church terms, I don't know any of that stuff, so I am kind of worried about that. And I'm also worried about missing my mommy. Well, I need mama.
I think if I had to choose one thing that I'd be kind of scared of going on my mission is being away from home for 2 years. I've already had practice at that, coming here to BYU for a year now. But I was able to go home. I think being away from the beach and the mountains and my family for 2 years is going to be rough on me, but it'll be a good time.
There might be times where there's no one I'm with on a daily basis that speaks English. It might be hard when I can't fully express myself.
I'm really scared about just getting used to the life on the mission. I love music, so it's going to be hard not listening to music for 2 years. They don't season anything in Brazil. I'm used to having some good seasoned food in the South.
I heard someone that went to Brazil had this, I think they call it blood pudding soup. They put everything from the chicken in there, like the claws and the brain and the skull, and like it's all in there. So yeah, hopefully I don't have to eat that, but we'll see. I'm supposed to bring money and have it sewn into my tie in case I get mugged. So yeah, it probably makes me a little nervous, like any mom would be.
I'm also really gonna miss big portions. I'm a big guy, and I do not like eating small amounts of food. I love eating large amounts of food, and so that's gonna be a hard thing for me to manage and still keep my weight. But I know that they will feed me, and I love the food there. But come on, guys, just increase the portions just by a little bit.
The reason I want to go on my mission is because I've been saved by Christ that loves me. I know that the Book of Mormon is true. I've read it and come to like terms with it that if I keep the commandments, like do everything right in my life, then I'll be blessed. And like I want to bring that same blessing to other people. That's why I'm going on a mission. I've gained so much from the gospel. Everything I know is to it. So I want to go and spread that.
Book of Mormon is important to share with other people because that is the key to whether you want to become a part of and participate in the gospel and all the blessings that you can have as a member of the church. And even if you don't join the church, the things in the Book of Mormon and the teachings in it are things that you can't really learn the same way anywhere else. And there's a feeling you get when you read it that just makes you happier and want to be a better person.
It's important to teach the Book of Mormon because it's the truthfulness and it's going to bring them everlasting happiness, I've seen in my life and countless other people's lives.
I've read the Book of Mormon a lot in my life, and you know, obviously at some point you got to ask yourself, is this really true? And when I asked that question for myself, the most overwhelming just moment of just kind of peace came over me. It's really written for the last days. It's written for us specifically, and it's a companion to the Bible. It works perfectly with it. And you get to see Christ in every manner possible. You see how generous he is. You see how loving he is, and he's everything. He's a powerful God, but he's also a merciful God, and that's one of the best things you can see through the Book of Mormon.
I can't explain why or how, but I know when you read the Book of Mormon every single day, you have a better mindset, and you make a lot better decisions. I say this in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
Thank you.